How's everybody doing? This is my very, very first time using the new StreamYards app, and hopefully everybody can hear us and everything is cool. So I want to welcome my good friend, both awesome friends. I got DaveR.
Yo.
How's it going, buddy?
What's up?
And I got my brother from another mother. I got Brian Stewart here, my personal chauffeur for Nashville.
What's up, bro?
You know, and everybody is sporting Guitar Hack shirts, which is absolutely, you guys, again, man, I keep talking
So
about
comfy.
I keep talking about supporting the community, and you guys rock, man. I want to thank y'all so much. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Holy shit, man. We got so many freaking people in here. You guys absolutely rock. I got 18 of you in here already. So let me do a quick roll call here, because that's the way I like to start. I want to welcome everybody. Todd Flowers is in here. Todd Flowers hit 2 thumbs up to tie the 2 thumbs down. That's my
I put in there, you get the same instant 2 thumbs down that I get. You know, it's the same. It's either the same guy with 2 accounts or the same 2 people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we got Todd Flowers in here. Will Varella's in here. Will Varela can't hang around, but he stopped to say hello. That's awesome. Showman is in here, man. There's Showman. Awesome. Thank you so much, buddy. Joe Hervey is here. Bill Frost, Thrash Metal is in here. Awesome. Mark Wade, time has been kind. How are you, man? Welcome, everybody. Dry Heat, there's my buddy. How are you, man? Ladle's Guitar Daddy, how's it going? Ben Henry is in here. Lars Guitar is in here. And there's the first jump of the night. Oh, man. Lars Guitar. Russ Markhart, how are you? Charlie S. is here. Robbie Johnston. Janice is here. Charlie S. Hugh Caldwell. You guys rock, man. Thank you so much. So, Charles Green just popped in. Paul's Guitar Music. Guitared it. Wow, everybody's coming in. You guys absolutely rock. I want to thank y'all so much. So, I've been really looking forward to having these 2 guys on. Reason being is the whole purpose behind this show. We got 28 people in here. The whole reason behind this show is these 2 gentlemen have started. Last week was your first episode. They're doing a show called Live Wires. And I saw the show on the replay because on the Wednesdays, unfortunately, those are my rehearsal nights.
We had to pick that night, right?
Yeah, you had to pick Wednesday. That's all. You know what? Actually, it's funny you mention that because my rehearsal night is going to switch in about a month.
Cool.
So then I'll be able to watch you guys live. And then I'm going to have to cut my Tuesday show, actually. Tonight's show. So anyway, that's another story. But yeah, so I just wanted to.
You're cutting it from the schedule? Is that like work now?
No, well, you know what? Even the Tuesday's hard. Like I was just saying to you guys off air, like I literally just finished my cigar and bourbon because I work late on Tuesdays, right? So
yeah.
So the rehearsal is it's not because of that. The rehearsals are switching over to Tuesdays from Wednesday. So so I'm not going to be able to do the Tuesdays anymore. So I think I got another few. I think he's doing it in September. So I think I'm okay for the rest of the month, but then I'm going to have to switch to Thursdays. So who else popped in here? Bobby Lopez. Hey, man. A64 T-Bird. Okay, I think I caught everyone, man. We got 31 people in here now.
Gussie's in here.
Yeah.
Paul Guitar Music. Yeah,
so if anyone's got, while we're chatting and stuff here, if anyone's got questions, just feel free because you're in the chat too, right, Brian? I saw Dave's in the chat.
Yep, I'm in the chat.
All right, cool. So everybody's in the chat, so this is cool. So yeah, if you got questions for myself or for these 2 gentlemen, just tag us. Yeah. So let me ask you about the whole Livewire thing. So what prompted you guys to do that? And how did you guys, like the 2 of you, decide that you wanted to do? And you know what? In the cards, I didn't have the link. It was him.
It's all my fucking fault.
It's always your fault, right?
No. Brian shot me a message. Was it a message or did you call me?
Yeah, no, it was a Facebook message.
Facebook message. Yeah, he shoots me a Facebook message. Hey man, what do you think about this? I've got an idea. I'm like, yo, dude, let's do it.
Yeah, he was like, I'm on board.
Let's do it, man.
He was like, let's do it. And I was like, okay. And this was what, I don't know, a week or so before NAMM.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At least a week before.
Yeah,
before
maybe
NAMM,
maybe 10 days or 2 weeks before NAMM. Anyway, we started kicking the idea around, and I was like, all right, let's wait till after NAMM because I'm going to be busy. But during that period, we both kind of started kicking ideas around about the way we wanted to do the show and different things that we wanted to have in the show. So I'm sure you watched the replay, you said. So we've got kind of different segments in the show, and we're going to run with those. And they may change up a little bit at some point, but we just thought that'd be fun to have something that's kind of a repeat thing that you can look forward to. So we've got some little running bits and some stuff like that. I don't know. We had a good time on the first one, so we decided to keep doing it.
Well, it's funny. It's like, we're going to try this as an experiment. We're going to do it on my channel. We're going to do it on his channel. And then it's like, we just, we'll see how it goes. And then maybe we'll start our own channel. And the channel came up.
Yeah, so that lasted 1 week.
Yeah. Well, it was one of those things where, we were both talking and, we were like, we already knew that we were gonna have to create a new channel.
Right.
There was no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And Brian's like, hey, what do you think about after our first show? And we were kind of looking at our analytics and views and stuff. And
and the feedback that we got from the gang in the chat. We got a lot of great feedback, and your show and a couple other shows I just happened to pop into. You didn't even know I was in the chat. People were talking about the show.
Right.
Did you watch that last night? So at that point we were like, okay, so we were going to do it like for episode 3 anyway. The original plan, we were going to have it on Dave's channel. Then we're going to have it on my channel. We pretty much have the same subs anyway, but it was just to get the word out there. And then we were like, skip that. Let's just go straight to we'll just go straight to our own channel. So there is a Live Wires channel now, and maybe we can get you to put a link down below in the description. So I'll type it into the chat too. I
was just going to ask you that if one of you guys could type it into the chat.
I got you.
Yeah, I'll take care of that. I got
Let
it.
everyone know that what your channel is, and you guys are on. Oh, Dave already did. Okay, and that's
good job, man. You're on it, bro.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
So 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern.
Okay.
8 Central.
8 Central. No, actually that'd be 7 Central. Or no, you're right, 8 Central.
No, it's 8 Central. Now everybody's confused now.
I'm going the wrong way.
If you live on this side of the Mississippi River, no, never mind. So it's 6 o'clock Pacific, 8 Central, 9 Eastern, right? And the plan is to go about an hour, 90 minutes tops. And we went 2 hours and 10 minutes the first night. So, we'll try to do a better job of keeping it. We want to keep it fast moving and not take everybody's night up too at the same time. So,
yeah. But at the same time, I mean, if it's going good and everybody's having a good time, that's the one thing too. Like, I believe it or not, I try to keep my stuff to an hour, and
it's not easy.
No, because you feel bad because you got like it never fails. As soon as you say, all right, I'm going to go on for like another 5 minutes, and then you get like everybody.
And then you go 15 or 20, and you just
that's when everybody. It's almost like an unwritten rule. As soon as you mention like you're getting near the end, that's when you get that last pile of people, and you're like, oh man,
right.
Or you just
or a bunch of questions, bunch of good questions show up in the chat all of a sudden.
I'm going to end the show at this point, right? So it's that kind of thing, right?
Hey, Gary just jumped in. Hey, Will, what's up? We haven't said the K word yet.
Yeah, we haven't said it. Yeah, it's coming though.
It's coming though. Hey, Todd, what's up, buddy? This guy. Oh, look at the little guy.
Hey, there's Hugh Caldwell is in here. Headstock Harem, welcome. Just going down. A few more people just popped in. Bam. Hey, Bam. How are you, man? Just going down, going down. Mountain Man Music, how's it going? And it jumped on me again. That's one thing they got to friggin' straighten out is this whole jumping chat thing because it's really frustrating.
So
hey, there's Gary Solinger.
Yeah, Gary's in here.
Yeah, man. Metalhead,
so
welcome.
You're doing the StreamYard, which is what we're going to use tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I like a lot of the features in it. I don't like the stupid duck head.
Yeah, Dave got the duck today.
Yeah, we may have to get rid of the duck at some point.
Yeah. 6-string Brian is in here. Hey, buddy. You know, the thing is, what they're saying is that this whole thing right now that we're using is a beta, which means it's probably also going to go away at some point.
Well, it also says you get some of these features that we currently get for free, but that could change.
Right. Okay.
If you read the fine print.
Read the fine print. So you're basically going to have to pay for it at some point.
Yeah. So we're beta testers. We're getting it for free, but we're basically beta testing it for them more or less, I think.
Well, right. And we'll also see what happens with Google. I mean, you know, what they actually replace Hangouts with, and if it's going to have any sort of quick stream feature like Hangouts did.
It may be an upgrade. I can already tell you.
Who knows?
The video to me looks better through StreamYard than it ever did through Hangouts.
Yeah.
Way clearer.
Yeah.
Now you can't play through it, but I know you use your OBS for that, right, Hack? When you've been using OBS for when you're doing your single stream and you're wanting to play.
I was just gonna say that, yeah. Thanks to actually Dave and man, I can't say enough about Mitch and him.
Mitch has been on it, hasn't he?
He's been on it like a fat kid on a Smartie, man. He's been all over. Yeah. And I got it all figured out because I go like Thursday, and I got a way now that I can do it and I can have decent sound because I did a test on this like a week ago and it still
craps out.
It craps out with music. It's not designed.
Yeah, it compressed it the first time. It compressed it all the way down till there was no sound whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, yeah. Hey, Jasco popped in. Hey, buddy, how are you? There's Dale Palmer. Nice to see you all, man. Nice to see you all. That's cool. Janet says she's a beta tester for Facebook app. That's cool.
Oh, really?
That's cool. Yeah. So, yeah, you know what? You're talking about scheduling it once a week, like on the same day and the same time every week. I think that is huge, man. I think that's a lot. That is a lot of it, right? Like people know. I don't know if Thursday night I'm on at 8:00, right? And even if the they don't get the
notification.
The notifications and all that, they know that they're going to see my mug at some point on Thursday night. I think that's a big thing that a lot of people don't do that they should.
I have a question. I have a question for chat. What time and what night did Game of Thrones come on?
Sunday nights.
What time?
9 p.m.
You know that, right?
Sure it was 9 p.m. I could have been 10. I think it was 9.
Right. What day and time does Deadliest Catch come on? Tuesday at 9. Right.
Tuesday at 9. Yeah.
Everybody knows. So that's I was pretty hardcore, about trying to stick with a specific day and a specific time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was for that reason, because if everybody knows, then they're always going to be able to find you whether they get the notification or not.
Yeah.
Unless something happens, we have a scheduling conflict or something, we have to move our show. I already know which
we're going to have to do when we have Hack on as our guest.
Well, no, there's
wait, guys.
There's a couple of guests that I know that may not be able to make it on Wednesday night. Yeah. So we may have to do an additional show,
two shows,
or we may have to, But
by going on at 9 Eastern, even if we go an hour or hour and a half, we still won't bump up against too many other channels that we don't want to bump up, our friends that we don't want to bump up against.
Right.
On other nights. And that was another reason we picked Wednesday night, time slot, because we couldn't think of anybody that we watch as subscribers that was on at that time. So we were hoping that would be a slot.
Yeah, no, I'm honored you guys want me on, but just I'll be on at some point. in September, I should be able to do it Wednesday. That's not going to be a problem.
Perfect.
Well, we kind of went. We didn't do ourselves any favors in the first show with our awesome guest, because that's not easy to top.
Yeah, you guys set the bar pretty
Eric's
high.
a pro.
I don't want to.
I mean, he's
Eric.
a pro, and man, I'll tell you what, he made the show by the fact that his answers, our questions were ridiculous, and he gave us great answers.
Right.
That's one of the reasons we ran over, because I wasn't going to cut him off. He was like, everybody was like, yeah, what's he talking about? This is awesome. We were all like glued to what he was saying.
Exactly.
So yeah, that guy's great. Totally great.
Ricky Compton is asking me a question, and welcome, Ricky, by the way. And there's Alex Radford. How's it going? Hey, Hack, do you have stock pickups in all your Les Pauls? At the moment, yes. All my Les Pauls have stock pickups in them. So I've got everything from – actually, no, and I just said it and I'm lying. I've got one guitar that's got Sheptone Heartbreaker pickups in it. The other ones have – I got a P9. I got a – there's my dog going ape shit. I got a
Pepper.
There goes Pepper.
There's Pepper. I got a P90 Les Paul, and the other one have Burst Bucker Pros in them. So there you go.
Which one of your Pauls is in stock?
I got a 2005 Classic that I bought a while ago. I actually traded in a Les Paul for another Les Paul. I know, right? But it's it came all modded. The guy was like right into Zeppelin, and he basically made a Jimmy Page guitar. So what he did is he took out all the original wiring and he did the Jimmy Page wiring. So basically, I've got the same thing they have on the standards, the push pull pots, the Peter Green out of phase thing. I got all that. And and that's man, it's an awesome guitar. I've gigged with it a ton. That's the only one. It came out, and I bought it because of that, because I really dug the sound of it. I beat it with the one I traded in, and it blew it away tone wise. So
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, see, then look what he does. Then he just whips out the custom on us and starts waving it in our face.
That's very pretentious.
Look at him. That's very pretentious of you.
Very pretentious, Dave.
I saw where that was made. I found out something about DaveR I didn't know last night. Can I tell your secrets?
Which secret?
DaveR was about this close to working for Gibson.
That's true.
Oh yeah, I know. You mentioned that a while back, but yeah, let everyone know that story, because I don't think.
Why don't you tell the story, Dave?
Heard it. Oh, and there's Terry Himes. All right, sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
My brother.
Okay, well.
Conte.
So my wife and I had relocated from North Carolina to Nashville, and we moved because she had it was her job. And so we get there and I start looking for a job, and I'm going around putting in applications everywhere, blah, blah. Two of the places I applied was Dell, which is right across from the Nashville airport. And I applied at Gibson, and I got calls back on both of them, got interviewed. And this was like, we got there in like September-ish, I guess. And by the time we got settled down and I started really looking in earnest, it was maybe late September, early October. And they called me back for an interview. Both places did. So I go in an interview, and they're like, well, both of them were like, well, we'll be hiring closer to the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, So I continue looking, and then Dell calls me back first and offered me a job, and like a week later, then Gibson calls, and I had to turn him down.
Oh.
I mean, Dell was more money. Dell was more money by a long shot.
Oh, okay.
But
they also outsourced you.
Well, and then Dell ended up outsourcing my job to
so you'd be in a Gibson custom shop by now. Hack and I would have been like, hey, we know
Dave,
that guy.
Dave.
There's Dave. He's over there sanding freaking guitars.
Probably would have. Yeah. Well, that's where I'd have had my sights set anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool, man.
But
really
I was about that close to working for Gibson.
That's really cool, man. James Severn is here. Hey, buddy, how are you? Gary Tholander saying, I started to do a setup on a friend's 2018 Les Paul Tribute this afternoon. I don't know how they let this thing out of the factory. Oh, my God.
Really?
Okay. Can I throw something here?
Yeah, man.
Okay. That's a 2018. All right. If it has never been set up, if it's a brand new guitar, that guitar is probably close to 2 years old at this point. If it has never been set up and been sitting in some poor warehouse that's not been air conditioned, and this is the thing that bugs me. You got to give that guitar a pass. That guitar has to get a free pass from the factory. So if it's been sitting for that long, because you've got 2 years worth of seasonal changes. Well, you got 2 years worth of seasonal changes, and it's just been sitting in some box in some poor case.
Yeah, it's been expanding and contracting.
Exactly.
Right?
It gets a free pass. Again, that's providing it's a new guitar that's been sitting and not been touched for.
Well, listen, that Schecter right back here that I just got, it's a new old stock, right? It's a couple of years old, discontinued model, and I have never. It's got a rosewood fretboard. I just got it. I have never seen a fretboard that dry. I mean, bone desert dry. And I use fret. I've got some really good fret oil that I like, and I had to put 3 applications, and it just
sucked it up. Yeah,
soaked it in, and I'm like, where'd it all go? And I put more on his. But I mean, I got it all. Now the good thing is there's no fret sprout or anything, so I think the factory did a good job of drying everything before they put it together.
Yeah,
and I'm probably going to be good to go for forever now. But man, just like chalky almost. The rosewood was chalky. It was so dry.
I find that a lot, man. Like every time I grab a guitar, I'm like, holy shit, is this fretboard dry as a bone, man?
Yeah, what is up with that?
All new Gibsons are like that.
They're all super dry.
Maybe they don't move them up on purpose. Maybe they want it to stay dry until you get it for a reason.
Right. Yeah, Gary, I would say.
I mean, they go to lengths to dry the wood, right? They go to extremes to dry the stuff as dry as it can get.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then why would they lube it again? Why would they,
Yeah.
Gary. Robbie Johnston, Dunlop 65. That's exactly what I use. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Gary. That's why I say, you always have to consider, if the guitar's been just sitting in some warehouse or whatever for that amount of time, and you think, okay, 2018, that could have been made anytime past like September of 2017 or August of 2017, all the way up to August of 2018. So, and that's how they were doing their model years. If you kind of keep that in mind. So you're talking almost 2 years old at this point.
So Gary responded to you. You said the fret sprout's really horrendous, which probably means that it's just been sitting and it's continued to dry out to the point where now the fretboard is shrunk.
So I mean, you just like I said, so stuff like that, you just kind of have to give it a pass on it and realize that all the change of conditions, there's nothing. It didn't come from Gibson like that. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
because I've never seen a guitar pulled out of a box that like Guitar Center's just got that they're putting on display. I've never seen one that I've seen dry fretboards every time, but I've never seen one come out with like really bad fret sprout or anything. Terrible.
Mine have nibs. They don't. Mine. I've never. All mine have binding and nibs, so I don't have problems with fret sprout. Krellbar says that the Gibsons have dry fretboards because they want to charge you extra for tone oil.
So Denny Allen is saying hello, welcome Denny, and he's watching it at 1.5 times speed to get caught up. I thought that was funny. We're all talking way faster for Denny right now.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Krellbar. How are you, buddy? There's Fruitcake Tony. Nice to see you.
So yeah, there you go, Gary. Yep. If it's brand new, then yeah, you kind of got to give it a free pass, man.
You know what I do with any guitar that I buy is, and I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit of a prima donna, but I will not take the guitar out of the store until it is set up, right? You know, because I mean, especially if it comes with 10s on it, you know, I'll say, look, man, I'm paying like this amount of money for this guitar. Put 9s on a thing, set it up, and I will not take it home until it plays the way. Again, it's a real personal thing, but the way I like it set up, not just the way I do it. And then, because normally what I'll do is I'll take that guitar and I'll go play a gig with it that same week, right? But it's got to go through those paces. Because what's the point in taking it home, fighting with it for a week, and then taking it back a week later and say, hey, can you guys set this up? It doesn't make any sense. You might as well take it home. And I'll wait, wait. Yeah, take 3 days a week, whatever. Do whatever you need to do. Make sure, like when I got the latest one I got, which was the Firebird, I wasn't taking that thing home until they set it up. And then, but the other thing too I got to add is, like, I got a relationship with a store. I mean, shit, and I spent enough money there. So, I'll literally sit with the tech and he'll, give it to me and then I'll hand it back. Like, it's a back and forth thing until I'm happy with it and I'm at the door with it. Right. I mean, you want the sale, you got to do your part. That's just the way I approach it anyways.
And that's, important to have a rapport with the store. Like that. Here in the US, at least if you go to Guitar Center and buy something, you're SOL. It doesn't matter what you pay for it. They're going to charge you $50 for a setup.
What about it?
I'm not letting the kid at Guitar Center touch my guitar anyway.
Well, yeah, there's that too. But what about if you were to spend, or not spend necessarily, but what if you're like, they knew who the hell you were? Like, don't they develop relationships with any customers at the guitar?
I got a guy at my Guitar Center gives me 10% off, and then if I'm trading something in, he gives me 20% off.
Right.
But the guy, their tech is like some 20 something. He's like a young kid.
Right.
And I'm not paying him $50 because I got a real luthier guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
But I'm kind of enjoying setting my own guitars up because I'm learning how to do it. Like, once you learn, you don't want to pay nobody. That Schecter, the action on that Schecter was about a foot off the fucking fretboard when I got it. I was like, oh my God, this thing's unplayable. So, but I adjusted the neck. I lowered the action. It's a Wilkinson bridge. I didn't know anything about them. I just looked them up online, figured out how to set it up. It's not hard. It's easy.
I mean, you guys have seen how many guitars I have, and if I didn't know how to set up a guitar, A, and B, if I didn't know how to change strings, I'd be screwed. I'd be broke.
Yeah.
You'd have to sell a couple guitars to get the other one set up.
Exactly. So, it was somewhat born out of necessity that I learned how to set a guitar up. I mean, I didn't start off with this, as many as I have, but it was kind of born out of a necessity. And then once I started kind of building guitars, then it became an absolute necessity of something to learn how to do.
Chuck Booth is in here. Todd Flowers is saying that China Guitar Skeptic says he never oils his fretboard. And Pete Hickson is here. Welcome. Well, BB Made is here. Hey, man. And 2 3/4 jams. Hey, Don. How are you, man? I don't know. I guess a lot of it really depends, like what the environment is that you live in, how often you have to adjust it, how often you have to oil it and all that sort of thing.
Also depends on what kind of fretboard material you have. I don't know a lot of people that lubricate their maple fretboards.
No, you don't, because maple's always going to be either going to be a lacquer finish, or it's just going to be some type of finish on it.
Right.
So you don't ever
your
oil
Farrow or your rosewood. I don't know about ebony. I've had a couple ebony guitars, but they don't
owned an ebony fretboard. I wouldn't know.
They're nice.
1, 2, 3.
Ebony is extremely hard.
Look how pretentious Dave is, counting all his ebony fretboards, eh?
Probably got ebony on that custom shop.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's ebony. It's a 74. Yeah, it's a.
Oh, he's just
ebony.
like, oh, it's a 74 custom shop. Yeah, it's got ebony.
It's not custom shop. Whoa. It's not custom shop. Was not born until the 1990s. Okay. This is a production. It's a production model. It was a production model. It's just called a custom. None. Like I said, there was no custom shop.
It's got the custom logo on the headstock. That's all.
It's got the split diamond.
It's got
the split diamond. That's it. And it's got double binding. It's bound to front and back.
It's got double binding too.
Oh,
it's 7-ply front and back.
Shut up.
And around the headstock.
But it's just this, production model.
But yeah, no. All the customs, the old customs, they were all production. I mean, they came off right beside the deluxes and any other model that was rolling off the production line at that time. There was no custom shop. It wasn't until the 90s when they
started making that money. They were like, hey man, we could be charging $10,000.
Right, exactly.
What are we doing?
And the thing is they're less labor intensive because they're solid mahogany bodies. They don't have a maple cap like most of them don't have maple cap like their standards or traditionals or any of the other ones do.
They're painted, so whatever.
Yeah, and they're solid color painted, but yeah, I mean the only thing is they're block inlays, and you get that extra block on the first fret.
Yeah,
which always throws me.
And, I actually had that. Took me 2 weeks. I was like, "What
do you mean I'm playing
inlay? Hey, put some electrical tape over this inlay."
Yeah, exactly.
And then of course you've got the split diamond on the headstock, which is I mean.
Yeah,
exactly. And then the double binding. I mean, that's really the only difference. It's.
Let me just say hello to a few more people that popped in. Hey, David Ennis is here. Welcome. BB Maid, welcome. Half Face, how are you, man? Mitch Heyman is saying, Guitar Hack, tell David Bryan he just got the 2.81 update for his Helix.
Oh, nice. I'll have to. 2.81. I didn't.
Maybe he means a 2.
I just got the 2.8. I didn't know there was an 8.1.
I think he means a 2.8. Guitarfish is here. Hello.
I'll be right back.
There's an 8.1 coming out. I didn't know it was going to be a week after the 8 came out.
Let me just say this, folks. Guitarfish said, hello, Guitar Hack. Just did my last chemotherapy yesterday. Now let's cross our fingers, please, for me. Yes, man. We send you our blessings, buddy.
Big time crossed.
We send you our blessings. Aaron Songs is here. Phil Mosley, the man who never sleeps, is here.
Right, Phil.
Aaron Morrissey is here. Guys, we got 61 people watching this, man. So, folks, we got a lot of people in here now. So just wanted to mention again. So these two gentlemen, DaveR and Byron, have a new show. It is called Live Wire. Or is it Live Wire or Live Wires? Am I saying that wrong?
The Live Wires.
Live Wires.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mitch Heyman says 2.81 came out today. That's something you may want to look at.
Yeah, I'll get that. I just got the 8 on mine. I got a new, it has that new rev in it. I've got a rev amp now. Hack, I got every model of Marshall known to man and a rev and every Fender amp. And you played it at NAMM. You guys messed around with it. Well, I sat there and listened and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that. When I get home, I'm getting that.
I played it for like a minute.
Yeah, you played it with the Variax guitar too.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, everybody download the clip of this video so we can play it back and show Hack.
A Variax and a Helix.
A Variax through a Helix.
Yeah. You know what? I wasn't a fan of the Variax, honestly. I mean, yeah, again, it wasn't set up for me, right? I didn't like the way it played particularly, but
sounded good though where you were playing it. I was like shredding on the thing right off the bat.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, you tried.
Sorry. Shit, somebody else popped in here. Gary Holt popped in. Hey, Gary, how are you, man? If I'm missing anyone in the chat, just please tag me. There's Mark Dillon. How are you, man? Pete Hickson. You guys rock, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys absolutely rock, man. So
Brad Miller, my buddy. What's up, Brad? Chuck. What's up, Chuck?
Speaking of me going outside of familiar territory. So I got a bit of a problem now, and I'm gonna blame that guy right there.
Me?
The guy with the black guitar hack shirt.
Oh,
by the way,
I get blamed for everything. Blame him for change.
I'm gonna blame him.
Blame me. I don't care.
DaveR was the first one to buy that shirt. That is the new guitar hack logo. One of the new ones.
The new one. Oh,
and look what it says on the back. I'm a hack, and I'm okay.
And I'm okay with that.
That's a Monty Python reference for anyone.
Yes, it is.
Listen, I don't know if we told anybody this, but when we were at NAMM, one day I had my hack shirt on, right?
Yeah.
And I had a billion people come up to me and go, "Oh, I want a guitar hack." They didn't realize it was a YouTube channel.
Right.
Some of them did, but I mean, most people just were guitar players that wanted a guitar hack shirt.
Right.
they're like, "Hey, I'm a guitar hack too. Where'd you get that shirt?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, and I kept telling, like, okay, you got to go to my buddy's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I kept pulling it up on my phone. Go here, and then you can get one.
You know, and the funny thing is, like, I mean, people are going, man, you know, after the fact, like, oh man, you're like a marketing genius. Like, that's such a great, you know, name and everything else. And all I was thinking at the time was, I ain't that good. I'm just a hack. Like, that was the extent of it.
Good.
That was the extent of my.
You're humble. You're good at being humble. Let's put it that way.
I don't know. Listen to my video.
Yeah, that video you put up earlier, the one you just posted. Damn, dude.
Oh, yeah, you know, I don't know. That I tell you, that's one of the best things about having different instruments is, like, you know what I mean? It's like you just rediscover. Like, for whatever reason, I hadn't played the Firebird in a few weeks because I've been playing Blackie a lot, and then I picked because I put those D'Addario strings, by the way, man. I mean, they're amazing.
Are you liking them?
Oh God, yeah. They're coated strings, but you can't even feel anything on them. You can't.
So they're not slip. They're not slick.
Oh no.
Because I tried elixirs, man, and it felt like they have Vaseline on them, and I couldn't get used to it at all.
None of that. No, they just feel like regular strings, right? So,
yeah.
But
it's gonna last longer then.
Oh yeah. So I've been playing that one like crazy because I love those strings, and then I grabbed the Firebird, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this thing, and I just started playing. Actually, I got a gig on Saturday, and I was looking at video of the stage to see how big it was because
whether you could swing the bird around. do I got bird? Okay. Do I got circumference for the bird?
The bird fits. I'll use the bird.
Well, the bird.
What I was gonna say, speaking out of getting out of familiar territory, I have actually, I'm probably gonna do this tomorrow, and it's all Dave's fault. I'm gonna try myself a pointy headstock guitar.
No. What?
Yeah, I've been looking at Jackson's, buddy.
Oh, there you go.
I've been looking.
That one he just got is nice because I played one at Fairfest.
Yeah, it's real nice. And I don't know squat about Jackson's, and I've been doing a little bit of research, right? And I'm looking at, you know, like they got the dinky models, which are like the lower price models. Yeah, it's
right.
Do it now. And then I was looking at like the Solo series.
That's what that is. But that's
it's the Pro SL2Q.
Right.
Yeah, the 2. But you can get the one right below it that's not the 2.
Right.
It's what, a couple $100 less.
The X.
The X.
You guys would know better than me. Now, what I'm finding is basically the difference between getting like the lower models and the higher models, and in terms of the pickups, is what I noticed is the lower models are all like Jackson pickups.
They're Duncan designed.
And then,
Duncan design.
Okay. And
made in China.
Right. And then those pickups for the more expensive ones, those are actually the real Seymour Duncan pickups.
Right. Yeah.
And a better bridge too.
So yeah, but something Brian learned last night, and something that I just recently learned was that certain companies, and we'll pick on Seymour, and DiMarzio is probably guilty of this. Floyd Rose is another participant. They'll only allow certain things to go at certain price points. So when you see a guitar hanging on a wall in Guitar Center, brand new guitar, or wherever, if the MSRP or the retail price is under like $750, you're always going to see either Duncan designed or house branded pickups. going to see a Floyd Rose special. You're not going to see a like a 1000, even a 1000 series. And once you get over that, like that 750 hump, then you'll start seeing the actual Seymour Duncans. You'll start seeing the 1000 series Floyd Rose. You'll start seeing better components in that sense. And then once you hit that like 1350 range, then you'll start seeing the original Floyd Rose and that kind of thing.
So the price point for us is about $1,000.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm talking American money.
Yeah,
too.
I know. Yeah, I know. But I'm saying Canadian. That's what I was looking at. Right. Basically, the cutoff was like $1,000 before you got into the Seymour Duncans and all that sort of thing.
And that alone, I found this Canadian coin in my car. I'm not quite sure how I got there.
So, like,
man, is that why I'm broke?
That's why you're broke. You dropped your change in my seat.
Got my change.
So, like, this is the SL2,
right?
And so this one has the real deal Seymours and the 1000 series, full neck through.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. And this one new in the US is like $899.
Yeah.
Off the shelf. So
that's like 11, 12 probably for me.
Okay.
Robert Messenberg is watching from his phone. Thank you so much for watching, buddy. Appreciate it. Hey, man, there's JJK. How are you, buddy? That is a great shirt. Yeah, man. If you're interested in Guitar Hack merch, the tag is below. Check it out.
And you can score nifty shirts like this.
Not only that, the material, the company, they're so comfortable. They're way better than the Teespring t-shirts. Way better.
Well, these are Teespring t-shirts.
Well, what the heck, man? These are such a better, more comfortable, and they don't roll up.
Those are
how like you wash them and the thing rolls up real bad.
Yeah. Those are premium. Those are premium tees. Rick Romanelli, every time he makes a comment, he always finishes by saying, "Man, your shirt's like the most comfortable shirt I own."
Yeah, they are.
They are. I don't.
They're so comfy.
They're great. They're great. Now I will say this: my red one, my original, and I'm a little bummed about this. It ripped here.
Oh.
And like it's starting to. There's holes starting. So it just, for whatever reason, it was just a bad shirt.
Yeah, I've had this one from day one, and it's been through the wash like a few times now.
Still good red, hadn't faded.
And it's still red, and the logo is still sharp on it.
But yeah, I mean, this is still the same. I mean, just feels just as good as the original one.
Yeah, it's the same material. Brad Miller says, don't forget your amp.
Crowbar says this feels like a QVC segment.
Gary Holt says, pointy heads guitars are the sexiest looking guitars in my opinion. All others are bulky looking. Okay.
So
Van Mozzie says Guitar Hack hasn't been taking his tablets. A Jackson, next will be the Helix. I don't know about the Helix, buddy.
I got you, Brian. So Six String Brian asked me a question. Any advice on the 76 custom? The white one he checked out this week turned out to be a fake.
Oh, glad you didn't run a fake one.
It's such a bummer, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's true.
Chips and crap.
Yeah, 76. I'll tell you what, Brian. Lay your hands on it. Shoot me the serial number. I'll be able to tell you some stuff about it based on the serial number. And you shoot me some pictures of it if you would. Because 76 is a kind of a transition year, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to transition away from the pancake bodies. So they're starting to go back to solid bodies. Depending on which model it is, but you're going to have most of them. You're going to have 3-piece maple, 3 or even 4-piece, 2, 3, and 4-piece maple tops. You're still in the 14 degree headstock angle. You're still going to have a volute. So you're still it can be either T-tops or tarbacks. So you kind of gotta watch those. If you get a hold of tarbacks, they're still good pickups. They still sound great, but if they croak, they're dead. There is no rewinding them, because wonderful Gibson just shoved to pot them. They shoved them full of epoxy, and you can tell. But because if you pull the pickup and flip it over, you'll see this. It looks like tar coating the back of the pickup. It's kind of weird. Wow. So yeah, they used epoxy. This is like black epoxy to pot the pickups.
So Absolute Mayhem is in here. Guitar Hack, those strings are super smooth. When you try bends, they feel silky smooth on the frets. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what? I mean, when those things come out, and I believe they're coming out, he's talking about the D'Addario XTs, the very super lightly coated new D'Addario strings. Yeah, man, they're great. They're great. Just going down here. Loogie Flux is here. Hey, man. Nice to see you. Paul Lewis here. Paul Lewis going guitar shopping. That is the best kind of shopping right there.
Nice.
Aaron Suggs is here. He sold his Telecaster Elite. It was beautiful. Wasn't happy with the feel. My Highway 1 Telly feels 20 times better. There you go. Oh, Joe Hervey has not got his amp yet.
He's not happy about it either.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, come on. I totally understand. Mike Heath, Papa Blue, what's up? Sounds like pickups. Yeah, we're talking about pickups. There's Shauna Marie Sings. How are you?
Hey, Shauna.
What amp did you order? Did you end up ordering, Joe?
Pull knobs. Crowbar pull knobs, tighten nuts. Wow, 60 shades of
there you go.
It does the setup or it gets the hose.
Yeah. Well, Braxel wants me to buy a $4,000 to $5,000 Jackson custom shop. You know, I keep telling Braxel because he also wants me to get an R9. You know what? You send me one. If you feel that strongly about it.
Got an R9, a used one for, I don't know, 4,300-ish.
43.
They've also got a 60 reissue, but it's not a VOS for less than that.
Yeah. The problem is the 60 reissue ones, they came in that color that I really like, and it's a limited run, right? So
yeah,
it's kind of where I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I'm
kind of happy with my standard and my classic. I'm just going to stay put.
Right. I was going to ask you, man. I thought you were like done with guitars, especially after you got that Helix and that cab, and then you turn around and buy that
Schecter.
Schecter.
Well, I wanted a HSS, so I looked at Strats because I don't have a Fender.
Right.
I've only had two Fenders, both Telecasters. One was a thin line semi-hollow, which was not my thing.
Yeah.
And then I had another one that was the Chris Shiflett from the Foo Fighters signature model, and I bought it from Chicago Music Exchange, and it was horrible, and I sent it back. It's the only guitar I bought new that went back.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it at all. So I don't have any Fender guitars. So I've been looking at Strats. I've been trying Strats out, and I don't like the neck. I don't like the C-shaped neck on the Strats. It just doesn't feel good to me. And I know I like Schecters because I've had Schecters before. Theirs is called the Thin C or something like that. And this one had all the specs, and it was $100. It was $499, $100 off, $600 guitar for $500.
That's
brand new.
Now, how does that sound? You had Fenders, so like, does that give you that?
Well, this is hotter. So the single coils are like a vintage. They're Schecter branded pickups.
Right.
So it has like vintage single coils, and then the humbucker on the bridge is a little bit hotter. So it's kind of super stratish, I guess you would say. It's like a super strat, more or less.
Right.
No, it's a Diamond Series. It's called the Traditional something or other. I can't remember. And it's not in their current catalog. I'll have to look it up. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Traditional something.
Daniel Horsley is here. Welcome, buddy. And Russ Markart is saying he picked up a Les Paul Studio 2019. Awesome, man.
Nice. Anytime you get a new Gibson, that's a good day. It's called the Traditional Custom.
Traditional Custom.
Traditional Custom. Yeah. I'll go grab it. It's pretty.
Yeah, man. Show the guitar. Look good in the photos.
Oh, his.
There we go.
So, it's not the, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of dark in here, but I mean, it's kind of flamey. Yep. It's called Black Cherry Burst.
Right.
So I got a little maple flamage, right? But what I really like about it is it's got that kind of unfinished neck, like those Kramers that we played, like the EVH guitars.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like hand sanded down like my Cali, but it has that. I've got to the point now where the glossy, the polyurethane type finishes, I don't like those. I mean, what's on my Gibson is about as clear coat as I want on there, right? So even those, after I play the Cali for a while, I go back to the Gibson. I'm like, oh man, I wish this was like raw. You know what I mean? So
Mike Heath, Papa Blue is in here. Hey man, and Ivan Carter is leaving. Thanks for popping in, Ivan. Appreciate it, buddy.
Sorry, I had a phone call there I had to take. So
yeah, that happens. Later on, Ivan. What's up, dude?
Life doesn't stop because we go live. It doesn't stop.
Happens.
Well, we got it's 7:52. So, folks, I'll mention it again. So, in the cards, I put a link to Dave's channel because for whatever reason I couldn't find your new Livewire channel.
Oh, okay.
So if one of you guys wants to, or both of you guys,
we have a whole 12 subs. I doubt if we're coming up in the search.
Yeah, it wasn't coming up.
I'll post it again.
Yeah, throw the links.
Oh, Dave just did
in the chat. Okay, Dave just did again. That's awesome. So what I'll do is I'll take their link and I'll throw it in the cards when the show's done, so you can check it out. They have their next show is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's every Wednesday. It's awesome. I saw the show last week. It kicked.
Well, the first one was awesome. We'll hope that continues.
Now you got to maintain that, buddy. You got to maintain that now. Now the pressure comes on.
Now the pressure. That's like having a top 10 hit on the Billboard on one album, and then you're like all sitting in the studio going, "How are we going to freaking top that?"
Yeah.
Oh, we've got some. We've got some. We think some entertaining material for tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we have this one. If you missed the first episode, we have this 1 second segment that we're calling the Circuit Breakers. Okay, and that's pretty much the comedy segment of the show. So it's gonna be not always. It's gonna be music, industry news, or weird and wacky stories that we particularly run. And we've got some weird and wacky this week.
Yeah, we got a little bit of music news, but we definitely got some weird and wacky this week.
Yeah.
So,
that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah. And again, I'm gonna have to watch the replay. I gotta.
That's okay. That's all right. We'll just talk about you behind your back while you're.
What else? Take a number.
Of course, we've got the Dr. Dave's
tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks.
Tricks.
That's cool that you got those segments, man. That's cool.
We're going to be looking at Floyd Rose type bridges tomorrow. So
there you go.
My favorite segment is These Go to 11.
Yeah, we got that segment coming up. Brian,
which is about gear. It's the gear segment. So
so kind of these things go to 11 is what we have, like maybe it's something we have, and
the guest has.
Or the guest has, and we'll just drill down on on whatever that is, or it could be something new that we've seen in like email or seen advertised somewhere, or especially kind of around NAMM time, when you start seeing the new the new stuff from at NAMM and stuff we're excited about, kind of a thing. So
speaking of that, why don't you hold off on the Jackson for a while, Hack, till those new Kramers come out?
I was thinking the same thing. Actually, even more than the Kramers, man, those 5150 VH guitars.
Yeah, those two. Man, they're already showing up. I've seen some for sale already on Reverb.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The
OD green and the gray one.
And that's the one I liked, man. That's the one we both liked, was the gray.
Yeah, I like the gray one.
Gray one.
But I like that purple Kramer, that vintage Beretta with the single pickup. I think that's kind of what I got that's going to be my next guitar. I'm kind of waiting for that to come out.
I dug the neck better, though, on the 5150. That was my neck, man.
It's like those are like the EVH Stripe Series neck. I had one of those. Those are nice, and that an unfinished feel to them. That hand rubbed.
And I even looked at the oh shit, I'm gonna screw up his name now. The Iron Maiden guy, the signature model, Adrian
Smith.
Yes,
that's that'd be a Jackson.
Yeah. I grabbed that and that.
Oh, that Jackson. Yeah, I remember that Jackson you guys were playing with.
Yeah, I weighed a ton, but if that neck felt really good. So Charlie S is asking, Hack, have any of you guys tried the John Page Classic? Do you mean the I have made in Japan great guitar? No, I have not. Nope, I have not. Absolute Mayhem is asking, if I buy a Jackson, are you looking for new or used? If I can find like a good Jackson for cheap, that guitar is sold. I actually have my Music Man up for sale. I don't know if I told you guys that.
Go on Reverb.
I have my CE up. My green CE's up for sale. If anybody wants to make me an offer, I need to move that thing.
Wait, sorry, what do you have for sale?
My PRS.
I may have
the CE, the green one.
Damn.
Really? I don't play it, man. Since I got the Cali done took over the Super Strat area of the collection. It's got a little thin neck on it, dude. It's got the pattern thin neck.
Right.
I've kind of outgrown it, to be honest with you.
It's what model is that? Is that a CE?
Yeah, it's a CE. It's a
CE24.
Yeah, that's a CE24. That's got, oh man, is that, oh shit, what do they call 581 pickups?
No, this is the 5708s.
Oh, 5708s.
And this one, Ariza Verde, single piece mahogany, maple neck with nitro finish.
And the pickup split, right?
No, they don't split.
Oh, okay, it's not the model.
Three-way switch, just like your Les Paul.
Right. Yeah, that's
just one volume, one tone.
That's a sweet guitar.
Yeah, but I got it for sale right now for $1,600, but I'll make a buddy a deal. So
yeah,
hit me up. It's mint condition.
Yeah, well, it looks it.
This took its spot.
Wow.
That right there is.
Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
That right there is kind of on the auction block as well.
The SG, right?
Yeah, the red SG. Yeah, it's a 20. Yeah. It's a 2010. I'll grab it real quick.
While you grab it, let me read some of these. Rick Hefner. Hey, Rick, welcome, man. I am 11. Don't you forget it. Okay.
Gary Holt says that he heard that Gibson is bailing on the Kramer line, but I tell you what, from Summer NAMM, it appeared to be the opposite of that.
Man, they were
guns blazing on the Kramer line. I think that they're trying. I think they're coming. I think they're coming after Schecter. I think they're coming after Jackson. I think they're coming after Charvel.
Yeah.
It's a 2010. I mean, it really doesn't. Trying to get it in the last
Aaron Song, I'll send you I'll copy the link here in the chat. We can talk about that if you want to.
Like there's not a mark on this thing. And like I said, it's a 2010. It's a standard 490R, 498T.
Warren H is in here. Welcome. I'm just going down the chat. There's EJ. Hey, EJ. Hey, buddy. And congratulations, EJ, on your viral video and cracking 1,000. That's awesome, buddy.
Way to go, man.
That is fantastic. R2R3. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you.
R2.
There's Thrash. Welcome. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the chat. So if anyone's got any comments.
Todd says he heard Kramer was up for sale too.
Yeah, that's that rumor's been going for a while. I don't know, man. It would really.
Maybe Gibson's trying to build it up so they can dump it.
Yeah, well, it could be. It's Kramer and Steinberger too. Both of them are going.
The Steinberger guitars do not appeal to me at all.
Yeah, I kind of need a headstock on a guitar. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Well, I've had a headless guitar before, but I don't know. It looks like a boat.
Well, I remember you kept trying to hand me this headless one to play there, and I'm like, no.
I was trying to give you that Kiesel. I was like, yeah, try that Kiesel. You should at least experience the headless effect.
The one I did play was amazing, though. I
know. And you got bashed for that because you tried one. I'm like, well, listen, just because one guy got a guitar he wasn't happy with, I bet you they ship 50 a day that people are happy with. So, yeah.
Well,
maybe they don't ship 50 a day. 10
I wasn't
a day.
doing it as a protest or anything. I just tried to.
No, you're just checking out a guitar,
man.
You know. Lay off already. It's a guitar.
Sonia's here. Hey, Sonia. Lars Guitars. If I haven't said hello, man, we got 65 people in here. You guys rock, man. So
Crowbar says
we got. Sorry. I'll get back to you in a second, Brian. So since we got 65 people in here. Again, I want to say my speech. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. Let's keep this community positive. Let's keep it growing. Let's all sub each other. Let's keep this community on the upswing, man. You guys absolutely rock. I want to thank you so much. Support these guys. Their brand new show, Live Wires. It's on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. On their own Livewire channel, and the links have been going up, and I will throw a link in below as well. All right, and folks, if you want to support the Guitar Hack, if you're not subbed to me, please sub to the channel. I've been bouncing between like 850 and 852 for the last week, so I'm trying to get to 1,000, so that would be much appreciated. And also, if you want to support the channel, we're all wearing our Guitar Hack shirts. This wasn't a paid advertisement. We just like all of a sudden decided to wear shirts. Anyway, so I got merch and I also have a PayPal. So if you want to support the channel, that would also be so much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Did you see Krellbar's comment? I had to point it out because it cracked me up. He said it would be funny if Jerry Seinfeld bought a Kramer.
Kansas started his own guitar company, Moops Guitars.
Krellbar needs a live chat show.
The
Krellbar Comedy Hour with a K.
Yeah. Well, him and Wolverella should pair up.
There you go.
Right there.
There you go.
Gary Holt says, sub to my channel if you want to watch paint dry. There you go. Sub to the that's awesome.
Paint dry. You know what? I bet there's already a paint dry channel on YouTube. There's everything else.
Hey,
they're probably got like 50,000 subs or something stupid.
Hey, there's Stephen Hurd. Welcome. Oh, he chased guitars is saying go to a place Stairway to Heaven in a guitar store. Yeah,
you'll crack 1,000, Ken.
I won't do that. I'm not gonna
steal your thunder, buddy. You're not that desperate for subs.
And I mean, how cheesy would that be? I'm gonna do this because that's not my style. Loogie Flux says, what do you think about Gibson outsourcing their custom shop line? It's first I'm hearing of it, Loogie Flux. We just did a tour of the custom shop. It's all in Nashville, man. So I don't know.
Didn't look like it was going anywhere to me. They spent like, I don't know, 25 grand on a 3D photo booth to take pictures of the guitars. Huh?
Yeah,
I don't believe that
anywhere. Unless you know something we don't know, man. But
I didn't get that impression.
Highly unlikely.
Yeah, I think they're making entirely too much money out of that custom shop to let that thing go anywhere.
Dale Palmer saying somebody should post the link to Livewires. Yeah, go ahead, guys. Throw another link up for Livewires. I'll have a link at the end of the show in the cards if you want to check back.
I'll get you on.
Mitch Heyman is saying everything looks great, video and sound for all of you. Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate it, man.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
I just upgraded my Wi-Fi. I better be sounding good. It cost me a freaking fortune for this internet I got now. There's a link for the new channel, guys. So sub there and ring the bell so you don't miss the shows, because the only content that's going to be on there is the once a week show for now anyway. So That's all that's on there.
So someone
and we have the first episode. We put the replay up there. So if you missed the first one and you don't want to watch it, that's up there too.
Hey, there's Gussie Wells, Sean Zimmerman, welcome. If I haven't caught anybody, just please tag me. So Stephen Hurt's saying they're outsourcing to a company in Michigan. That is news to me, man. Brad Miller saying Guitar Hack Gibson licensed a outfit in Kalamazoo, Michigan to build Les Paul guitars using the Gibson name.
Well, that's Heritage Guitars is what's in Kalamazoo, Michigan. That's the old Gibson factory. Wonder if they're going to start building guitars for them again.
The only
because
thing
they closed Memphis, they closed the Memphis factory. That's where all those guitars have been getting smashed or came out.
I'm thinking of is they were talking about partnerships. Maybe that's
I don't believe any guitarologist says it's full of crap. Keep going. Sorry.
Oh, I'm not okay. I'm not gonna. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? It's news to me either way.
Well, the Memphis shop closed. So I wonder if, it's not Kalamazoo. Steven says it's not Kalamazoo and it's not Heritage. They have closed Memphis, so maybe they can't keep up.
Braxel is obsessed with steak guitars. I'm going to play meat.
That's and Gwar, didn't the one guy have a meat guitar? They have Gwar. Do you guys have Gwar in Canada?
I know who Gwar is. Yeah,
across the border.
I know who Gwar is. Yeah. All right. Well, we got Loogie Flux Gibson is outsourcing their custom shop line to Echo Park Guitars in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Really? We just did a custom shop tour 2 weeks ago?
It didn't look like it was going anywhere to me. Did you guys go?
Excuse me.
Hey, you're up to 28 subs now on your Livewire channel.
Woo.
This is Dale Palmer. That's
28. Awesome. Wow. Hey, thanks, Hack. We just doubled.
Yeah,
we just doubled our subs in like an hour.
Hey, man, I'm glad I can help. Again, man, that's what this is all about, man. We supporting each other and we grow, That's what it's all about. That's why I wanted to have you guys on.
Huh.
DaveR is asking, would you ship the SG internationally? So Warren H is off.
If you pay for it and you get the paperwork, the Society's paperwork, because it's rosewood. So you'd have to pay the ship. You'd definitely have to pay the ship, and you'd definitely have to get the Society's paperwork.
BB Made says that they're not making Gibson guitars. They've licensed the company to use Gibson shapes.
Yeah, that's part of their thing. Yeah, I understand, but actually
that's a long way from the custom shop, though.
Yeah,
that's
a long way from the custom shop.
You ain't even in the same ballpark on that, dude.
Not even a little league ballpark.
Well, Todd Flowers is saying it's for the V's and Explorers. So, rated Johnny. Oh yeah, Johnny Beane is starting up now. It isn't going anywhere. They need help building the top of the line guitars, keeping up. Only certain models they'll be making you can get on their site and see. Okay, thank you, Sean.
Well, they do have a situation that we've discovered. They can only make like 50 or 60 guitars a day.
Yeah, they were shooting for 60 a day, yeah.
Yeah, so 60 a day, do the math. That's way under 3,000 guitars a year.
Well, I guess their business is booming and they can't.
Right? No, it's more than that.
Michael Bishop, hey, man. The Hack, I remember almost doubling my subs when Guitar Hack gave me my first shout out. Oh, you're very welcome, Phil Mosley Music. That's what it's all about, man. Just keep paying it forward, buddy.
At 55 guitars a day, you work 5 days a week. That's a little over 14,000 guitars a year. That's not very many guitars.
No.
For the custom shop.
EJ's telling me to Google the Wanecaster. It's definitely different.
Wanecaster?
I don't know about the Wanecaster.
I got to know what that is. I got to see this.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, did you do it?
Oh, Brian.
Okay. All right, EJ.
Dude,
oh, my God.
I just killed Brian, buddy.
Did you really just Google the Wayne Caster.
Oh, I don't know what this is.
I
Oh,
gotta see if I can screen share this.
Oh, Lord.
no, don't share that. No, I don't need to see that again. I've seen that before. It's like dude. I cannot unsee that again. It is not legend.
See this. You know what?
No, we don't have to see this.
Hey, man, if that's going to take down my channel, don't show it.
We might have saved that for an episode of the Circuit Breakers on the Live Wires program.
No.
James Nixon is like, no, we're drawing the line somewhere.
No, we can't do that.
You guys can share that on your show tomorrow night.
It's okay.
Hack, have you seen it yet, Hack?
I have not.
Lancaster and hit images. You're going to be like, oh, no.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, no, they did. Oh, no, you didn't.
Crash. No, it isn't nuts. It has nuts.
Oh, Lord. All right. Johnny started up about 10 minutes ago. I don't want to take time away from Johnny. So, again, folks, Live Wire show tomorrow night.
Yeah, Janice just saw it.
Sorry, Janice.
Shauna just saw it.
Kirk Whammett on the Lancaster.
The girls are like, ooh.
All right. So, folks, sub these guys, Livewire channel. You guys want to throw the link up one more time? Check these guys out.
One more time, bro.
Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. These guys rock. Sub their channel. They're fantastic dudes. The show they did last week was amazing. It was great. You will enjoy it. I'm sure you will enjoy that show.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for the kind words, Hack. We appreciate it, man.
No worry. I only speak what I know, buddy, and that's the truth.
A hack master.
All right. Okay. So, folks, thank you all so much for tuning in. You folks rock. Thank you so much. Again, sub these guys, support their channel. If you're not sub to me, please sub. If you want to help out my channel, I've got links below. That would also be much appreciated. So I will catch you all on Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm going to be doing OBS.
How to capo it.
You see my
Not going to mention how you capo that.
Oh, God. So Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm using OBS. I will be able to annoy you with some bad guitar playing because I am the hack.
Not
And
even.
yeah, man, we'll catch you all then. DaveR, any last thing you wanted to mention, buddy?
I'm good, man. We look forward to seeing all you guys tomorrow night, hopefully. If you can make it. We look forward, if you guys can make it, we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. And Hack, again, thank you for the support. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Anytime. Brian?
I'm good, man.
You're good?
What he said.
All right, folks. Cheers. Have a great night. And we'll catch you Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, which would be what Pacific? 5? Yeah.
What? No. 6 p.m. Pacific, 9
hours,
p.m.
right?
Eastern.
9 Eastern, yeah. 9
Eastern.
6 Pacific. Yeah.
Okay, so my show
Pacific.
Thursday will be 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, everybody-
These are people, Brian.
I need a freaking calculator to figure it out. Not your
Minus
show. We're
3.
talking about our show. Why would we be talking about your show?
I don't know. It's just something I do. All right, folks. Cheers, everybody. We'll catch you soon.
Later.
Later,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.